Alright guys, so the first thing you'll want to do for this look is to prime and moisturize your face, and I'm doubling up here with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. Then you'll want a foundation or tinted moisturizer. I'm using Bobbi Brown's Tinted Moisturizer in Porcelain. My skin's pretty clear right now, so it works well for this look. And I'm using a makeup sponge because I believe that it gives the skin a more natural finish as opposed to a brush, which in my experience leaves streaks and sometimes hairs behind. Then if you've got dark under eye circles like I do, you're going to want to use a corrector, and I've got Bobbi Brown's Corrector in Light Bisque, and I'm going to be applying that to the dark circles under my eyes, and I am patting it. It doesn't look like that because it's not in real time, but I am patting it. And again, my circles are dark, so I'm going to use the creamy concealer in Porcelain, and I'm going to go right over that Light Bisque, patting it into place. Next, I'm using Bobbi Brown's Face Touch-Up Stick. Now this is clay-based, so you do not want to use this under your eyes. It will be too harsh. But for redness around the nose or a blemish on your chin like I've got, it's great just to pat into place. Next, I have Tarte's Amazonian finishing powder, and it's translucent, and it's mattifying and it's silicone based, so it's going to fill in any wrinkles or any fine lines on your face, and I really am obsessed with this product. Then I've got Tarte's 24-Hour Blush in Doll Face, which is very close to the color Audrey has on her cheeks. And you just kind of want to pat it into place at first because it's such a bright, pigmented blush that you don't want to over-apply because, it's always easier to add more, but it's a pain with makeup to always subtract. So I'm just patting it into place, and then I'm going to sweep it from my cheekbone up to my hairline. And smiling really does help to bring out the apples of your cheeks, even though you might feel kind of like a goof while doing it. Then I've got my Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick in Rose Gold, and I'm going to apply that to the cheekbones. And that really helps to create that luminous look that Audrey's got throughout the film. You don't want to over-apply this product, though, because you don't want to look too shiny. But I am applying it to my T-zone ever so slightly just to warm up my face. Then I've got the Bobbi Brown eyeshadow in white with my Sonia Kashuk. I think that's just the oversized eyeshadow brush. And that white will really help to open up the eye, but it's not very pigmented, so it's not going to be like a stark white. Then I've got my Tarte for True Blood palette, and I'm using the Steak Gray color. And I'm just barely applying this color. It's a dark gray, so I'm just trying to lightly sweep that over the lid and a little bit up to the crease. I had the photo of Audrey right there next to me, and her eyeshadow was this kind of, slate, sable, grayish brown color, and I couldn't find anything that I had that resembled that color, so I'm just trying to recreate it here. And you always want to blend. That's the secret to any great eye. You just want to blend all those colors into place, blend it around the eye, and, it will just really help to give that natural look. Then I'm going to take my Urban Decay Naked palette, and I'm taking that Naked color, and I'm going to be applying that right over that steak. It's just going to kind of create that color she had that I was talking about. And I'm really just kind of blending it. And I'm using a little bit darker of a color of the Naked than I am the steak. Just trying to cover it a little bit more. Next, I'm going to be taking my other brush, and it's the Sonia Kashuk blender brush. There it is. And I'm going to be taking the color Sidecar, which is a shimmery kind of taupe, and I'm applying it to my crease, and then I'm going to blend it down. Don't blend it up. And that's going to create ever so much of a shimmer that she had on her eyes. Then I'm taking the color Virgin, which is that first color. I've used a lot of it, and I'm applying it to my brow bone and to the inner corner of my eyes, which will help to blend the whole eye together and really open up the eye. So there's the color, if you can see it with the lighting. Next, I have my 24/7 Urban Decay eyeliner in Zero, which is, I think, the blackest they have. And I'm pulling my lid out ever so slightly because I found that that's the best way to create the straightest line that's closest to the lash. And you might, be so experienced that you don't need to pull out your lid, but that's just in my experience what I've been able to do to achieve this look. And you just want to start doing a really small, simple line. Don't do the cat eye yet. Don't extend it past your lid. That will come later with the liner, the liquid liner. right now you just kind of want to build on that. Once you get that, that perfect straight line, then you want to build on it. And, don't build on the inner corner of the eye, build more so on the outer, but then you just want to kind of blend it out, and that's what I'm doing here. And so I'm just slowly, blending it and making sure that that my eyes are even. There it is, the liquid liner. This is the Yves Saint Laurent liquid liner in Noir, and it is a pain to work with if you mess up. So I always recommend that you take your time with liquid liners. There are some liquid liners and gel liners that aren't as much of a pain as this one is, but this is a incredibly, incredibly black liner. And it's going to give a very dramatic look, and this is not real time. I believe I am, oh yeah, there it is. Now it's not real time, sorry. I am fast forwarding it a little because I think it did take me about 10 minutes just sitting there slowly applying this liner. It takes a lot of precision and patience, but I'm a perfectionist, so I have no problem doing it. Now I'm attempting the cat eye, and you just want to ever so slightly build on it. A great way to figure out which direction to take the flick is to follow the natural shape of your bottom lid. It will, generally just kind of flick up in that same general direction, and it will look pretty much like your own customized perfect cat eye. Like I said, I applied a small flick, and then I'm just slowly working it out. And once you've got one eye, then you can work on the next. And like I said, this is not real time, so I'm not going that fast. It takes a while, especially with this liner, because if you mess up with this liner, I mean, it's taken me 30 minutes to fix it before, just when I've gotten, the slightest little nick with the brush. And so, like I said, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so it's going to take me a while to make sure that that liner is as perfect as can be. And with that cat eye, you don't want to over dramatize it. Her cat eye for that iconic, opening scene is not, it's not very deep. It's a subtle little flick at the end of the eye. Now in the party scene, it's a very, very thick cat eye, but here we're just gonna kind of create that classic simple look. And as you can see, there's no liner to the bottom lid. You just want to apply it to your top lid. And make sure that those flicks are even. Then I've got my Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. Oh, and you definitely want to swirl it around. Don't pump it, because pumping it will dry out the mascara. And if you have dry mascara, I'd recommend putting a couple drops of saline or, contact solution into your mascara, and it will help to revive it. Now, I take my time with my mascara. Again, this is not in real time. So I'm, slowly taking my time and going through my lashes. Audrey, I believe, Audrey's makeup artist sat there before the film and separated her lashes with a safety pin. So I'm just, taking a different route, and I am just slowly applying my mascara. I don't want to sit there and separate every lash, but this mascara is really great to separate and volumize and lengthen. And by putting emphasis on the outer lashes like I'm doing, it really helps to add emphasis to that cat eye and to make your eyes look wider. Then I have the Tarte Enfa Eyes eyebrow mousse, and I believe that's in the medium brown. And I've got sparse, kind of thin eyebrows, and Audrey's got those thick, iconic eyebrows. So here I'm going to be filling them in, and I do have the Tarte brush that came with this mousse. And it's a really natural looking mousse. It really is kind of a miracle product because it doesn't look like my brows are fake. I mean, I had a friend who thought for years that my brows were that thick until she saw me one day without makeup and just knew something was wrong. I mean, it's very natural, and it's easy to build on. So if you want a darker brow, like what I'm doing here, I just have to keep reapplying and reapplying. And then you definitely want to make sure that they're even. And see, I'm going past my natural brow line, and it still doesn't look like it's been drawn on or anything. Then I'm taking the other side of the brush, and I'm just kind of, I'm not quite sure what the word is. I guess just blending it out to make it look as natural as possible. But if you feel like it's a little bit too dark, take some powder and just go over the eyebrow, and it will help to blend it a little bit. Alright, next is the lips, and this is the Lancome Rouge in Love, Coral in Love. It's number 322. Audrey has a coral lip throughout the entire movie, so I'm just ever so slightly applying that coral lip. And if you wanted, the scene where she's going to Sing Sing, this is about the coral that she has. But again, I'm trying to recreate the opening scene, as that's one of the most popular. And so then I'm taking my Bobbi Brown lip palette, and the color I'm using is that chrome pink, which is kind of a nude pink. I believe this is a, not for sale palette. It was from a Saks gift. So any nude pink gloss will really help to bring out, that color she's going for. Now, I felt like this color wasn't quite as nude as I would like it to be for that opening scene. So I've decided to do a little trick here. I'm taking my concealer, or my Tinted moisturizer, and I am applying it onto my lips. Now, you definitely want to blend, because you're about to see in a second, it looks like my lips are going to disappear. And there we go. So what you want to do is you definitely want to mush, which is what I'm doing, and you want to take your finger and, kind of bring out that lipstick that's underneath, and it will help to create that coral kind of nude look. And there we go. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed my version of Audrey Hepburn's Breakfast at Tiffany's. I tried to stay as accurate to the movie as I could. All of my products can be found at Sephora or Sephora.com, and I believe all my brushes were Sephora, except for the blue and white one, and the all-white blender was Sonia Kashuk for Target. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!